I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Ms. Kavya Valluri. I'd like to present of Ms. Kavya. She is an aeronautical engineer, author, and a technical researcher on Vimana Shastra. She has authored several books like Vimanas and the Wars of the Gods and Reverse Engineering Vedic Vimanas, co-authoring with Italian cultural anthropologist Dr. Enrico Boccarni. And she has been working on various research projects like Vimana prototypes, Rukma, Sundara, Tripura, Shakuna, and Marutsaka Vimana designs, 3D modeling and 3D printing them, and CFD analysis over such models, and also thermal and structural analysis of developed models. Some of her findings were shown in shows like Ancient Aliens, just like the one that we had just seen. And a 3D model has been shared by Kavya to illustrate a service of University of California in Irvine, where they have conducted several experiments, and those experimental results have proved the worthiness of Miss Kavya's design. Now, with this introduction, I'd like to hand over the session to our next speaker, Miss Kavya Valluri. Miss Kavya.
Yes, sir.
So now the session is over to you.
In this session, I'm going to explain new concepts for developing modern technology from Vimana Shastra. Mainly like Pushpaka Vimana. It is a category of Vimanas. Main contents are introduction to Vimana Shastra, and then whatever research which I did on Vimana Shastra. Innovations and inventions happened from Vimana Shastra even by foreigners. Yantras, that is the machines described in Vimana Shastra, the types of Vimanas in it, benefits to modern aerospace technology, and then conclusion. Now, Vimana Shastra is very old text. It is said that Maharshi Bharadwaja has passed it on to his students, and actually in written form, mainly in 1923, it was by Subbarai Shastri. It was dictated, and then later in 1952, G.R. Josier revealed it in English after he translated it. But still, the translations are not yet complete. Even now, there are incomplete works in this translation. Now, these are the Vimanas. Means the Vimanas are categorized based on the yugas, the available materials, and the whatever intelligence of humans. However, they can fly and those all things. It is said that in the ancient times, people used to fly by themselves. It is also mentioned in some of the ancient texts, and later on the chariots, and then Vimanas and all those things. Even in Vimanas, it is categorized as per the technology, different types of machines used in it, etc. This is in this slide we can see the diagram. It was an ancient aircraft artifact found in Colombia. So this prototype, this was 3D printed, and this prototype was made into. They fixed the propellers and batteries and all those things, and they tried to fly this Vimana, this ancient aircraft artifact, if it can fly, and it flew really. As we can see, the dimensions are measured. It was given to me by Georgios Tsoukalos. And then introduction to my research, the 3D models, whichever I did, and CFD analysis, etc. I have also done retranslations of Vimana Shastra chapters, whichever Josier could not translate. I took the help of Sanskrit scholar, and I have translated it into technical terms in Vimana Shastra, and whatever Sanskrit texts are there. The meanings are several. There are several meanings for each and every word, so we need to translate it very carefully to understand. And I took the help of Sanskrit scholar and translated it into technical meanings and then interpreted those meanings. And I have understood the dimensions and all those things to do 3D models. Then I did all the analysis like CFD analysis, structural analysis, heat transfer, thermal analysis. I have worked on topics such as manufacturing technology. It is a very big text. When we go through, there are still many topics in Vimana Shastra and to understand and to do research. So these are all the topics which I have worked on till now, but still we need to work on it more deeply. This is my first book, Vimanas and the Wars of the Gods, written with Enrico Baccarini. In this, mainly history part will be there, like investigating what happened in the ancient times, how the Vimanas were flown and how we lost them and all those things. And this is my second book, Reverse Engineering Vedic Vimanas. Mostly technical part will be there in this. As we saw in the video, I have recreated Marutsaka Vimana. Shivkar Bapuji Talpade has constructed this Vimana in 1895. That is 8 years before Wright brothers. I have done detailed investigation on his works, and it reveals that he tried to reconstruct Tripura Vimana. When I have gone through Vimana Shastra, this Vimana was similar to Marutsaka Vimana. Tripura Vimana is three-way usable vehicle which travels in and on water, on land, and also in air and space also. It is like a multi-purpose spacecraft. And the name Marutsaka, whatever Vimana Talpade has created, he named it Marutsaka because in those days Britishers were ruling our country. And he didn't have enough materials to construct the Vimana. He took some materials, he took some help, and he created only one type of the flying vehicle. As I said before, Tripura Vimana travels in many media like air, water, and all those, and on land. So Talpade created this to travel in air. So he named it Marutsaka Vimana, means a Vimana which can travel with the help of air. It flew to a height of 1500 feet and then it fell down to earth. This is a 3D model which I have created, and in the right side bottom we can see Tripura Vimana. And in the previous slide, as I showed, this Marutsaka Vimana photo, it was taken long ago. It was mentioned in a newspaper also. It is said that Shivkar Bapuji Talpade was sent to jail and all his research works are taken away. And even now I heard from a researcher that his translated text like Bengali and all those things are available in another country. It is also translated to Hindi recently by another researcher whom I know. I think it will be released soon, and soon they will be translating it to English also. In this slide, we can see all the things mentioned in video. It is already shown. And now I'm going to explain Vimana, anti-gravity, propulsion, teleportation, time travel devices. All these works are done by Hitler and Nikola Tesla. So long ago, before India could even realize the importance of Vedic texts, the foreigners all have been started working on our texts. So Swami Vivekananda and Nikola Tesla have met, and this is a picture. And Nikola Tesla was inspired by our Vedic texts, and from then on he started working on our Vedic texts. Many of his patents, if we can see, if we can investigate carefully, all those things are already mentioned in Vimana Shastra. So aerial transportation vehicle he created which can travel on land and also in the air. So this idea was submitted by Nikola Tesla for US Patent Office, and I have discovered the similarities to Vimana in detail. So when we see Tripura Vimana at the left side, and this is right side, this is Vimana created by Nikola Tesla in the aerial transportation vehicle. So it is very difficult to understand the Vimana Shastra because many other texts we need to refer, and Sanskrit also we need to understand. In the right side, it is a detailed description with whatever materials available with Nikola Tesla. He has created this one because he has very less materials available with him. And in the right side, you can see Rukma Vimana, a VT oil aircraft. In the right side also, we can see Nikola Tesla's vehicle. And coming to Hitler, whatever he has been following many ancient other texts, not only Sanskrit, even other ancient texts he has been following, mainly in our text, Vimana Shastra. From Rig Veda, he has recreated many things. And this is one of the very interesting machine, anti-gravity flying machine. We can see the blueprints of it, and a former NASA scientist has also met me, and he also has been telling me that these blueprints are available, and it is clearly written in that that it is referred from our Rig Veda, Vedic text. So the foreigners have already been working on it. This is bell-shaped object embedded inside UFO-shaped flying object. And at the left side, bottom left, we can see 3D model which I have done, but this is not the exact one. It is a cut section. I'll explain it later. Inside this one cut section view, we can see the generators and all those things. Tripura Vimana, it was tried to recreate by Nikola Tesla also. And Ganapa Yantra, it is a yantra called Ganapa Yantra inside this Vimana. This is the anti-gravity machine which I have discovered. And Ganpa Yantra means, as we know, there are lots of pujas and all those, but in technical terms also when we translate, Ganapati means removing obstacles. Obstacles for an aircraft is mainly gravity. So the first obstacle, gravity, this yantra will be cancelling, this machine. So that is called Ganpa Yantra. Now it works similarly with the concept mentioned by Nikola Tesla also. We can see his patents. He have tried to recreate many things from our Vedic texts. And it is also similar to deglocke, the term mentioned by Hitler. And a foreigner who have came to meet, who have come to meet me, he has also explained that there are teleportation devices in the 3D models which I have created. He has seen and said that their country is also trying to recreate teleportation device from Vimanas. So now we can see the timeline. Rig Veda, the most ancient text, the translations and all those things are already done by foreigners, mainly Hitler and all those, and then their texts have been carried on. Even now in their libraries, their texts are available. And then in the World War, we can see how Hitler has used it, and Nikola Tesla. Then even the Wright brothers have, it is said that even they have tried to recreate it from our Vedic text only. Now in this slide, we can see the 3D models which I have done. This is Rukma Vimana. This is Marutsaka Vimana, which we have already seen. This is Sundara Vimana. This is Shakuna Vimana and this is Tripura Vimana. In these 3D models, I have done exactly the way it is shown in Vimana Shastra diagrams. But the thing is, they have mentioned, they have shown cut section view so that we can see the inner parts of the Vimanas. It is actually covered with a dome kind of thing also. So only one form of view they have been showing. For example, in modern aircrafts, which we can see, the landing gears have been embedded inside and it comes outside. If we see the landing gears inside the picture which the aircraft have landing gears embedded inside, then we cannot decide that seeing it, it doesn't have landing gears. So in that way, the Vimanas are also designed like that. There are many modifications and representations of it. This is just 3D model which I have done. At the left side, it is there in Vimana Shastra, and at the right side we can see 3D model which I have done. And this is Shakuna Vimana. Now I am going to discuss benefits of Vimana Shastra to modern technology. So, as we can see, the Rukma Vimana, it is a VTOL aircraft. It has wings also. There are a lot of things. It is very advanced, complicated, means very advanced flying machine. It has wings also, and even VTOL, it has propellers also. It is like a multi-purpose aircraft, which we can use it on the land and also in the space when we go to other planets also. So it has it can embed it has like a mechanism which where it can embed all the rotors and all those things inside it when it is going in the space. So it has electromagnets in it. It is also an anti-gravity vehicle. We can try in modern technology. Our modern technology is not so advanced to recreate the Vimanas as of now. We do not have much advanced technology like the Vimanas mentioned in Vimana Shastra. But still, when we observe all the types of Vimanas, I think Rukma Vimana is the main thing which we can try first, and then we can go to other Vimanas. And then 50% of the fuel can be reduced. In the entire Vimana Shastra, I never found a word called fuel or similar to that. It has 500 principles of space flight in Vimana Shastra, and it is mentioned in other texts also. So I think it is best to investigate on the flying vehicles which does not use fuels. And it has also there is also other things mentioned. It used chemicals. Some Vimanas it is described that they used chemicals like a battery kind of thing. It is powered by solar power. And to complete the like when we take this as a project, it has many things to consider from Sanskrit translation to manufacturing. And it will increase our country's economic value and technology advancement also. There is no need to buy import things which other countries have recreated from our own texts. And then modern space planes take a lot of fuel to lift their high weight bodies off the ground. In the ancient planes, I have seen the materials such as Rajaloha. It has been used for Rukma Vimana, and it is using special herbs that can reduce the entire weight of any metal. It will be mixed. It will be mixed with more than one metal. So those herbs are available near Himalayas also. And but we can see how modern technology we have destroyed everything like trees, plants, all the herbs and all those things. we can still investigate where the herbs are existing so that we can reduce the weight of the materials to fly easily in space. As I said, there are many examples of these herbs and lightweight of materials. There is a temple, Lord Tela Temple. We can see in the episode which we have seen previously. They have described in detail. It is called as Ayurvedic architecture. So they have been using such advanced materials to face earthquakes also. And now these are the reinventions from Vimana Shastra. Spectrometer. And these all yantras are spectrometer, chumbak mani, and all the materials. I have been working with Madhuri Sharan, madam. She and her husband invented chumbak mani. We are also planning to write a book. It is in process. So that all the young engineers can understand how valuable is this Vimana Shastra. When all these materials are when all the machines like these things are invented from Vimana Shastra, we cannot claim this text as mythology. We should remember that thing mainly. And then Nikola Tesla and Hitler, many other foreigners. Even now, they have been researching on our Vimana Shastra and other Vedic texts still, and they have been recreating, changing the names of it, and taking patents. And there is a special text which has been referred in Vimana Shastra, Surya Siddhanta. So in modern technology, in modern science and technology, we humans, civilization, we don't have enough knowledge on gravitational forces and all these things. Gravity waves also in few years back itself we have discovered. But our ancient ancestors, they have discovered long ago. Their civilization was much longer, and then they have written a book called Surya Siddhanta, in which these gravity waves, these magnetic forces, they can be modified. There is a description in Surya Siddhanta that the Vimana can change the forces around it, like increasing the gravitational force of the sun and decreasing the gravitational force of the earth, so that it can easily lift off into the space. So gravity is different than magnetism. All these things we modern civilization doesn't know, and of course foreigners have been they may have been already doing research on this secretly. And in the Vedic texts, in Vimana Shastra, there are other descriptions like vortex generators, electromagnetic anti-gravity generators. All these things we can focus so that we can recreate it again and stop using fuels. The translations of these slokas can be done into various forms. Once I had a meeting with DRDO scientists, former DRDO scientists. They called a Sanskrit scholar, and we have tried to understand the Sanskrit language, Vimana Shastra, translations, and all these things. So I have learned that the slokas have many meanings. Each meaning describes a different property, different mechanism of the Vimanas. So Josier, the foreigner who have translated our Vimana Shastra into English, that is the Vimana Shastra English version. It is very less information which we have, if we can try to translate it again with an expert in Sanskrit language, then we can discover many other mechanisms of Vimana Shastra and we can recreate it. As I can tell you an example, Mr. Satish Chandra, he invented a yantra which has been described. It is his prototype of static alternator. It is built exactly as per the instructions of first shloka, Purusha Sukta. I have investigated this shloka. It describes one form of the shloka is not technical. It is like it says about God, and other form of shloka, when we translate it to technical terms, it describes in detail about static alternator, how to create it. So he has recreated it. I think he took patent. So that is a very great thing we should notice in Vedic texts. All ancient Indian science and technology texts, these are eco-friendly, environment-friendly technology. We can see now outside how badly our modern technology have created so much of pollution. We have been done deforesting and all those things. If we follow Vedic texts and recreate some of these yantras and engines and all those things, then we can still make the environment better. We need to follow the 500 principles of spaceflight mentioned in Vimana Shastra and other texts like Surya Siddhanta, so that we can recreate it again. In the ancient scriptures, aerodynamics, material structures, propulsion, all these fields we can study in detail to make it better again. Prototype of Rukma Vimana, as I said earlier, and this is a Vimana which we can readily try to recreate. We can discover innovative technology, more other innovative technology if we interpret the Sanskrit scriptures. And this is like a comparison launch vehicle composites. If we can use herbs mentioned in ancient scriptures, we can still make it less weight and all those things. Even the food also, it is described in ancient text for space travel. There is also someone invented something from this particular topic, and even the solar energy with solar panels. We can see modern solar panels. It can extract only very less energy from the sun. But in ancient times, if we can see Rukma Vimana, at the top of Rukma Vimana, we can see sun crystal. So this sun crystal, it converts solar energy into electricity. It converts a lot of energy. It can power the entire Vimana. The Vimana size is 100 feet wide and 100 feet high. It has electromagnetic generators. All these things in the Vimana are powered by this sun crystal. It converts a lot of energy from the sun. It gives a lot of electricity and all those things. And another interesting thing which is mentioned in Vimana Shastra are regions in space. When we do space travel, there is a problem with the fuel and all those things. But in Vedic text, it is written that there are particular areas in the space which have different types of energy field, which we can convert, which we can extract from our space vehicles, yantras like devices. Devices can extract that energy and it can convert it into another form. All these things are detailedly explained in Vimana Shastra. For space science also, this text is very useful. It is not mentioned in any of our modern textbooks. We can discover many things from Vimana Shastra. It can make space travel much easier and efficient also. And now in detail, we can explain Rukmana. These are the diagrams in Vimana Shastra, and these are the dimensions which I have taken to create 3D model. It is similar to NASA SpaceX Dragon, but still our modern technology is not yet that much advanced than like Rukma Vimana. So aerial wars can destroy entire civilization and our own ancient advanced our own advanced space vehicles. So we need to follow very wisely, and protecting the nature is very important. Eco-friendly fuels, herbal propellants, all these things we need to focus. There are lots of things to do research in from Vimana Shastra. Main thing is herbal propellants, and stronger materials are needed to avoid the increase of space debris. We can see how much badly we have increased space debris and all those things, because space devices and satellites and many things have been spoiling. Stronger material will be giving us reduction of space debris, and there are still some non there the herbs and all those things may not be available because we have lost many of the things, but still we can investigate all those herbs and all the plants and trees and all those things to get much advanced materials, or else we can still replace those things with modern similar materials if we can recreate it in the laboratories instead of plastic and all those materials. And for betterment and advancement of modern space science and technology, Vedic texts need to be referred. Vimana Shastra diagrams need to be investigated further in detail, because there are several other transformations. As I told you previously, the cut sections have been shown in Vimana Shastra diagrams also. So we cannot show it and say that it cannot fly. These are the Sanskrit shlokas which I have translated. All these things I have mentioned in my book. So, and the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. The absence of like Vimanas, it may not be, we cannot see it. It is said that other country caves, Afghanistan cave also, the Vimana was found, and foreign countries have always made it a secret. But still, we have recreated, reinvented devices from Vimana Shastra. So it is very important to give focus on Vimana Shastra and other Vedic texts, mainly to reduce the pollution and all those things. I think it is better to realize at least now how important is Vimana Shastra. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kavya. That's quite an interesting and fascinating lecture from you.
Thank you, sir.
Given the amount of knowledge hidden in the ancient texts, I think you have done a great job delivering a lecture focusing on Vimana Shastra. I think you have been a great resource today with all the knowledge and information. I'd like to focus a couple of points from my end. Yes, there is a great amount of knowledge in the ancient texts, and many of our universities, like the Sri Venkateswara Vedic University in Tirupati, some Vedic researchers have also been trying to unveil the knowledge hidden in these texts. Although, so the our intention is not to discredit the works tests done by some foreigners as far as these aerodynamic or some airplane inventions are concerned, we do agree that there is a great deal of knowledge hidden in these things, and everybody, including every foreigner, these people are very much interested in these texts and getting benefited out of it. We hope
Yes,
one day
sir.
we'll be able to unveil every bit of information hidden in these ancient texts, and we become self-sustained with the help of these texts. Now, I once again thank you very much for your outstanding session.
Thank
Shall
you,
we
sir.
go for Q&A session? We'll take a couple of questions and then wind it up.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Yeah. So we have one question from G. Srinivasu, and the similar question has been raised by Mr. Uday also. Mr. Uday and Srinivas, I am trying to combine your two questions and make it a one question, single question. Dear Kavya ma'am, thank you for sharing the history of the Vimana Shastra. But can you please throw some light on how these vehicles propulsion systems work? What kind of techniques they use for generating lift, forward motion, etc. Thanks.
For generating lifts, sir, mainly I have gone through all the Vimanas in detail. It did not use any fuel, but it used sun crystal, something like a much advanced version of a solar panel. So this sun crystal is a main source of propulsion, and electromagnetic generators, all these things, it will lift the Vimana, creating anti-gravity propulsion, anti-gravity field around the Vimana. And of course the forward sideward all the movements we can see propellers diagrams also in Vimana Shastra. So all this it has wings also, as we can see. And another interesting thing which I missed in the PPT, Shakuna Vimana wings are also extendable. It is much more advanced than modern ornithopter and all those things. So it can generate much more lift than we have in modern days.
Okay, so we have another question from participant named Lily. She has actually posted two questions. One is different from the other. I'll take the first one. What is the working principle of Ganapa Yantra or anti-gravity instrument?
Actually, it is a very big sloka in Vimana Shastra. It has not been translated by Jossier, and I have translated only few lines. So I have understood the overview of it, but since I couldn't translate the complete sloka, I couldn't understand it completely. But it is very useful for modern aerospace engineering also. If anyone can translate it from Sanskrit to English, it will be very useful.
So another question from the same participant, Ms. Lily, I believe. The propeller in front is very small as compared to the Vimana fuselage in the prototype you have shown. But can the small propeller provide enough thrust to move the aircraft forward, since you are stating that not much fuel is used?
Yes, as I told you previously, it is only the diagrams mentioned in Vimana Shastra are shown, whichever 3D models which I have created, all these things are only one form. We do not know which area it is, like example in the space or on the earth. So we cannot conclude seeing the pictures. So that is the main thing. The descriptions only should be followed, and the pictures will be, of course, a guidance for us.
Okay, so Ms. Kavya, the interesting part of this session is that for all these sessions we got many questions, but as far as this session is concerned, these are just the questions that we have received. I can conclude only. See, we can ask questions when we understand everything, or we can ask questions when we don't understand anything. Please don't get me wrong, participants. I do agree with Ms. Kavya when she says there is a huge amount of literature available, but we are not in a position to decipher any information from it. Yeah, I think we got another question from Baushar. The question is where to find these ancient scripts if you want to refer them.
Okay. So I have been doing research from many years and many foreign and our own in India also many researchers are there like me who did more research than me in other fields. So we have found that there are our texts are available in many other countries libraries, and I have and maybe others also have been trying to get it, but we do not have permission because only if we go to the library we can get it. Soft copies will not be there, so that's why also it is important that our country can request, if we can request our Vedic texts which are available in other country, a copy of our Vedic text, it will be very useful. So we can also create our own ancient technology like others created.
Okay, so I think a kind of similar question Mr. Prudvi Jagadish asks, where can we find the writings of Shankar Bapuji Talpade?
One of the researcher has requested it from German library, I guess a few years back. We met them, and they have got only some pages of the text. Actually, Shivkar Bapuji Talpade wrote in Marathi and Bengali also. So this researcher have translated it to Hindi. It is available in the market also. We can buy it, but it is not yet available in English. So it is available in other country. They are also giving only some part, introduction part, like that. We can still find some technology in that also. That is why if our government and if our country can request a copy of all our texts available in foreign country, it will be very useful.
I think the questions started coming in. Is it okay to take a couple of more questions?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we have another question from Mr. Uday. How did you decipher the correct meaning when a sentence can have various meanings?
Like example, like if we can, I did aeronautical engineering, so I was able to choose the correct meaning. A word has 3-4 meanings, and we can choose the technical meaning of it. Because I did aeronautical engineering, I know what I was able to choose the correct word. So like that, me and the Sanskrit scholar has worked to translate these slokas.
Okay, so we take 2 more questions. Vamsi Krishna Chaudhuru, Miss Kavya has done extensive work in this area. She never quit the work. Would like to know about mercury-based propulsion concepts.
Mercury in ancient texts, there is a in the Vimana Shastra there is a description of Rasa Shastra also. The ancient ancestors used to purify mercury, and then they used to use in the technology. When NASA have tried it, it used it without purifying and all those things. So mercury ion engines also have failed. But if we recreate it using means if we follow step by step all the descriptions in Vimana Shastra, then of course obviously we can again try to understand mercury vortex engines also. So that is why we should purify and we should mercury, and we should follow all the texts like Rasa Shastra and all those things.
Okay, so Miss Lahari has one question. At what speed a Vimana can fly, and what all rules should be followed by the pilot while flying a Vimana?
All the instructions given to pilots I have detailedly translated with Sanskrit scholar, and I have published in Reverse Engineering Vedic Vimanas. At present, I can describe in short Vimana speed, it is as I told you previously, a foreigner who has come to meet me seeing my Vimana works. They have said that they already have been doing research on these things. It is like a time traveling machine. More it is means its speed is more than light. So we can vary it also. There are many advanced devices in it.
We'll take the last one. It's from K. Sai Gautami. Is the sun crystal you mentioned is the same as the Nikola Tesla work stated about free electricity generation?
Yes, it is much similar. Nikola Tesla have recreated it seeing this only.
So thank you very much, Ms. Kavya Valluri. That's a great and very inspiring session, especially when it is linking our ancient history to the modern aerospace engineering. I believe the participants have enjoyed it. We all have enjoyed it. And thank you very much
Thank you,
for
sir.
taking all your time to explain, though the content is very large. Thank you very much for making it very brief and yet very interesting and informative. Thanks a lot
Thank
again.
you. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Vinay, how many participants do we have now?
It's 125, sir. 125.
125. Excellent. I once again thank all the participants for being so cooperative, so calm all along. I also thank the administrator, Mr. Vinay Kumar from Aerospace, AST Aerosystems, and conveners, Dr. Dwivedi of Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. I think this is it we have for today. This is Dr. D. Vinay Kumar, Associate Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Vigyan University, Vadlamudi, signing off for today. Thank you all. Thank you very much.